Hey everyone, so today we're going to learn how to take your factored form and turn it into the standard form. So to do that, you really are just multiplying all of these factors. So we've learned how to multiply binomials earlier in the year and multiply polynomials in general. So basically this one, for example, I'm just going to do a couple of the ones from the work from yesterday. So this is the answer key to the work you guys did yesterday. So you would just multiply. There's three different factors here. There's this one, and this one. The order that you do them in, that you multiply in, really doesn't matter. When you have three, if you have like one that's like an x squared like that and two that are binomials, some kids like to do these first and then distribute a negative x squared. But it really doesn't matter what order you do it in. Maybe I'll do like one of each one, like to show you your options. So you could distribute this first. Negative x squared times x is going to be negative x to the third. Negative x squared times 2 is going to be negative 2x squared. Now, when you do it, you don't distribute that to all of them. Kind of think of it as like off to the side. Like say I had 2 times 3 times 4. You wouldn't do 2 times 3 and then 2 times 4 and then multiply those. You would do 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 4 is 24. So it's same idea. So you're going to do, I picked those two to multiply first. So I got that. And now I'm going to multiply that by x minus 3. Now, when you have two binomials, remember you have to think of it as foiling or double distributing, either way. But I'm going to multiply negative x to the third times x, which is going to be negative x to the fourth. Negative x to the third times negative 3 is going to be positive 3x to the third. Now I have to do negative 2x squared times x is negative 2x to the third. And then negative 2x squared times negative 3 is going to be positive 6x squared. Remember, when we multiply with variables, we add the exponents. So then we have this, and we just want to combine any like terms, which are these. So your final standard form would be this. Negative x to the fourth plus 3x, whoops, I forgot to combine, plus 3 and negative 2 is going to be positive 1. So sorry, that should be 1x to the third plus 6x squared. So let's write that down here. Negative x to the fourth plus x to the third plus 6x squared. So that would be your standard form. So like I said, you're just multiplying your factors. So you wrote your factors, now you multiply them. Let's take a look at number 2. For this one, I'm going to do these two first. I'm going to multiply these two first, and then I'm going to multiply it by x at the end, just to show you another option. It doesn't matter the order that you do it in because with multiplication, order doesn't make a difference. So if I'm going to do these two first, I'm going to do x times x is x squared. X times negative 1 is negative 1x. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. I'll combine these two. So negative 1x into 2x is 1x. So this is going to be x squared plus 1x minus 2. So that was these two multiplied together. So now can't forget we have this x down in the front. So now I'm going to take this x and I'm going to distribute it. So x times x squared is x to the third. X times 1x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. So that would be my final standard form. Okay, I'm going to do another example. So let's flip to, let's do number 3 actually. Number 3 is a good one. So when you have binomials that have a multiplicity of 2 or 3, that just means you're multiplying that binomial that many times. So if this is x plus 1 squared, really this is x plus 1 times x plus 1. That's what squaring something means. So this turns into that. And then we have x minus 2. So now we have 3 binomials to multiply. So again, we want to pick any two to do first. I'll do the first two. So I'm going to multiply just these two binomials. I'm going to combine like terms, and then I'm going to multiply by this. X times x is x squared. X times 1 is 1x. 1 times x is 1x. 1 times 1 is 1. Combine these like terms. 1x plus 1x is 2x. Okay, so this represents x plus 1 times x plus 1. Now we need to bring this down. We still have this x minus 2 that we have to multiply by. So remember when we have 3 terms by 2 terms, we did this, I don't know, a few months ago. You can do it with the box method, or just be really careful and make sure that you multiply this by both of these, this by both of these, this by both of these, and then combine like terms. So ready? Here we go. X squared times x is x to the third. X squared times negative 2 is negative 2x squared. Now I have 2x times x, which is going to be positive 2x squared. 2x times negative 2 is going to be negative 4x. Lastly, I'm going to multiply 1 times x, which is 1x, and 1 times negative 2, which is negative 2. So notice I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms, which is 3 times 2. If you have a 3 by 2, you should have 6 terms before you start combining. So now if I combine like terms, notice this negative 2x squared and positive 2x squared, those are like terms. And then I have negative 4x and 1x, those are like terms. So negative 2x squared and 2x squared, those are going to cancel. Those are going to cancel. And then we have these two that will combine. So let's write our standard form. It's going to be x to the third, and then negative 4x plus 1x is negative 3x, and then minus 2. So there's your standard form. Okay, and let's see. Let's do one more. Let's do number 5. So here's number 5. Again, you can choose to distribute this first or do these first. It doesn't matter. I will, I guess, distribute this first. And it's only to this binomial. So you just multiply these two. So negative x squared times x is going to be negative x to the third. This 2 plus 1 is 3. Negative x squared times 2 is negative 2x squared. And now we need to multiply both of those by x and negative 2. Negative x to the third times x is going to be negative x to the fourth. Negative x to the third times negative 2 is positive 2x to the third. Negative x squared times x is negative 2x to the third. Negative x squared times negative 2 is positive 4x squared. Okay, combine like terms. These two are going to cancel because we have positive 2x squared and negative 2 to the third rather, and negative 2x to the third. So your final answer is just negative x to the fourth plus 4x squared. So sometimes a few things cancel. We may as well just do one more, right? Let's see. How about... Let's do number 4. I mean, yeah, number 4. I don't know why I skipped that earlier. Okay, so here's the last one. So again, I'm going to do the first two. I'm going to multiply x times x and x times 3. So that's going to be x squared plus 3x. Now I'm going to just drop down the next one, x plus 1. I'll multiply these two, combine like terms, and then I'll drop down the last one and multiply by that. So x squared times x is x to the third. X squared times 1 is 1x squared. Now 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times 1 is 3. Combine those like terms and I get x to the third plus 4x squared plus 3. And you always want to put in parentheses too, because now we're going to multiply this by x minus 2. Okay, so this is again a 3 by 2, so I'm going to multiply x to the third by x, which is x to the fourth. X to the third times negative 2 is negative 2x to the third. So now 4x squared times x is going to be 4x to the third. 4x squared times negative 2 is negative 8x squared. Now 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So there's our 6 terms. Now we have to combine the like ones, which it's only going to be these 2 that are like terms. So let's rewrite it in standard form. X to the 4th. Now combine these two. Negative 2x to the 3rd plus 4x to the 3rd is positive 2x to the 3rd. And then minus 8x squared plus 3x minus 6. So some of them are a little longer than others. Depends on how many like terms we have. So I think I'll stop there. The practice that you're doing today, there's 5 of them, and you're writing the factored form and the standard form. So please let me know if you have any questions. I will be available for ACLAB from 1:05 to 1:55. All right, that's it. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week.